2017 edition of the National Science and Math Quiz. Yes, Christopher. You're right.
Peribeta.
You're right. Yes, Priscilla.
NH3.
You're right.
It was exciting getting all the points in the last round to catch up.
No school is too little to be bullied.
Yes, Wanda.
Operation.
You are right. Welcome to the 2017 edition of the National Science and Math Quiz. Today we bring you the penultimate quarterfinal contest, which features St. Hubert Minor Seminary Senior High School, St. Thomas Aquinas Senior High School, and Nifa Senior High School. Let's meet the contestants. St. Thomas Aquinas Senior High School is represented by
Christopher in your final year. It's it right in your final year.
You're welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
How are you?
Yeah, fine, madam.
Are you excited to be in the quarterfinals?
Yes, madam.
What does this quarterfinal mean to you?
This quarterfinal is a stepping stone towards the semi-finals. It means a lot to us.
All right. And so what do we expect from you, this contest?
Madam, we say you should expect nothing but the best.
All right. Best wishes to you then.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you. St. Hubert Minor Seminary Senior High School. St. Hubert Minor Seminary Senior High School is represented by
Osborne Apia Dankwa, final year.
Filmocracy final year.
You're welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm fine by His grace.
Have you recovered from the last contest?
Yes, madam.
You were the ones that sent us into a tie break, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. What does it feel like to be in the quarterfinals? What does it mean to you?
It reminds us of how far the Lord has brought us and the good things He has done for us.
All right. So what should we expect from you?
Okay, our expectations are that may the uncommon favor of the good Lord continue to be with us. And as He saw us through in our 1/8, so would He see us through in this one too.
Best wishes to you. Nifa Senior High School. Nifa Senior High School is represented by
Apia Priscilla for final year.
Kumi Precious, final year.
You are welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
How are you?
We're fine, thank you.
Good. What does it feel like to be in the quarterfinals?
We are grateful to God for how far He has brought us in the competition.
And the expectation for today's contest?
We just want to call on the Spirit of God to be with us throughout the competition.
Okay. Best wishes to you. We've met the contestants. They are all so soft-spoken, and they seem to be in a very reflective mood. Well, before I sit down so we can begin, I would like to acknowledge that the National Science and Math Quiz is sponsored by the Ghana Education Service through the Conference of Heads of Assisted Secondary Schools. We also have support from TIGO, GOIL, Prudential Life Insurance, Accra College of Medicine, and GCB Bank. We are produced by Prime Time. My name is Dr. Elsie Ifa Kaufman. I am a senior lecturer in the Department of Biomedical Engineering, University of Ghana, and I'm your quiz mistress. Thank you. contestants, the contest comes to you in 5 rounds. The first round is the round for fundamental concepts. Simple, direct questions that require simple, direct answers from you. If you answer your major question correctly, 3 points. If the question is incorrectly answered, it becomes available to the 2 other schools. A school may ring and attempt an answer. If the answer is right, a bonus point. If the answer is incorrect, it fetches a penalty point. For questions which require calculations, you have 30 seconds in which to present your answer. If there are no calculations involved, you have 10 seconds to do so. All questions, all of them, are to be attempted once only. Best wishes to all 3 schools. For the first set, you'll need approximately 30 seconds, and I have a very short preamble, after which I'll come to you, Nifa. The preamble is multiply. That's the preamble. Now, Nifa, 3x plus 2 multiplied by the expression 5x squared minus x minus 4. Priscilla.
The answer is 15x cubed plus 7x squared minus 14x minus 8.
You're right. Thank you, Hubert. With the same preamble, 5x plus 4 multiplied by the expression x squared minus 3x plus 2. Yes, Philemon.
Minus 11x squared. You have 5x cubed minus 11x squared minus 2x plus 8.
You're right. With the same preamble, St. Thomas. 3x minus 2 multiplied by the expression 3x squared minus x plus 4. Yes, Bright.
You have 9x cubed minus 9x squared plus 14x minus 8.
You're right. Next set, 30 seconds. Nifa, the maximum speed with which a vehicle can make a turn without skidding in a curve of radius 10 meters is 1.5 meter per second. Find the maximum speed at which the vehicle can turn in a curve of radius 20 meters. Priscilla.
Square root of 4.50 meters per second.
No, I'm not accepting that. For a bonus, the right answer is 2.1 meters per second. Say, Hubert, determine the work done by a quantity of ideal gas that expands from a volume of 2 meter cubed to a volume of 8 meter cubed at a constant pressure of 10 kilopascal. Yes, Philemon.
60 kilojoule. 60 kilojoule.
Yes. St. Thomas, find the capacitance of a metal sphere of radius 0.40 meters. Yes, Christopher.
4.4 times 10 to the power minus 11 farad.
You are right. All right. Next set, I have a preamble. Preamble to all schools. Distinguish between the taproot system and the adventitious root systems with respect to the following. That's the preamble. Please, I hope you got your preamble. Nifa, point of development. Yes, Priscilla.
The taproot develops from the radicle of the seed, and then the adventitious root develops from any other parts of the plant apart from the radicle of the seed.
Okay. With the same preamble, primary roots. Philemon.
Taproots have primary roots, but adventitious roots don't have primary roots.
No, I'm not accepting that. For a bonus, the right answer. The taproot system has a persistent primary root whereas the primary root of the adventitious root is short-lived. So you can have a primary root, just that it keeps changing. Short-lived. All right. With the same preamble, St. Thomas, where they are found, that is the location. Yes, Bright?
The taproot is found at the base of the stem, and it normally protrudes inside the soil, deep into the soil, whilst the adventitious roots occur at the nose and internose below, at the base of the stem, and they normally spread out at the surface of the soil.
2 out of 3. The taproot system is always underground. That's the part you had right. The adventitious roots may be found underground, or they actually may be aerial. Anyway, 30 seconds. Nifa, 6 people take 14 days to assemble 18 computers. How many days will it take 10 people to assemble 30 computers? Priscilla.
12 people.
That's incorrect. For bonus. I asked for number of days. It's 14 days. Say, Hubert, y varies directly as x squared and inversely as z. If y is equal to 12 when x is equal to 2 and z is equal to 7, find y when x is equal to 3 and z is equal to 9. Yes, Osborne?
21.
Yes. Y varies directly as the cube root of x and inversely as the square of z. If y is equal to 2 when x is equal to 27 and z is equal to 6, find y when x is equal to 8 and z equal to 4. Christopher?
And I'm 3.
That's right. 30 seconds. Nifa, determine the work done by a gas that expands from a volume of 5 meter cubed to a volume of 10 meter cubed at a constant pressure of 40 kilopascal. Priscilla?
200 kilojoules.
You're right. Say, Hubert, find the capacitance of a metal sphere of radius 0.50 meters. Philemon?
3.5 times 10 to the power negative 11 farad.
That's incorrect. Yes, go ahead, Priscilla.
5.5 times 10 to the power negative 11 farad.
I'm not giving it to you. The right answer is 5.6 times 10 to the power negative 11 farad. St. Thomas Aquinas, the maximum speed with which a vehicle can make a turn without skidding in a curve of radius 10 meters is 1.5 meters per second. What is the maximum speed at which the vehicle can turn in a curve of radius 40 meters? Christopher?
And I'm 3 meters per second.
You are right. Nifa, distinguish between hydration and hydrolysis. Yes, Kumi.
Madam, hydration is the addition of water to a molecule not to form a sheet or molecule of water around the compound. But for the hydrolysis, there's a breakdown of the compound through the addition of water. But the water molecule does not coordinate or surround the compound.
1. Hydration is the attraction of ions for water molecule. Hydrolysis is the interaction of an ion with water to produce either hydronium ion or hydroxide ion. So, Hubert, distinguish between hard water and heavy water. Philemon.
Hard water refers to water that does not lather easily with soap and forms insoluble compounds or complexes when, such as scum, when soap is added to it. While heavy water refers to water that the hydrogen has been replaced with deuterium to form D, and its formula is D2O.
Yes. St. Thomas. Limestone, chemically CaCO3, is insoluble in water, and yet water that passes through limestone deposits usually dissolves some of it to give soluble calcium hydrogen trioxocarbonate 4. Why? You may give an equation to illustrate your answer. Yes, Bright.
Okay, madam. And this is because the water will pass over the calcium carbonate to dissolve some of the carbonate ions inside the water. And the formula for this reaction will be calcium carbonate, CaCO3, plus H2O, going to form CaHCO3 plus CO2. And this CaHCO3 is soluble in water and it removes...
No, for bonus. Okay. The reason why I can dissolve some of it is because the water may have in it dissolved CO2. Okay, so it picks up CO2, and that is why it's possible. So in the presence of CO2, CaCO3 dissolves to give CaHCO3 So the reaction would be CaCO3 plus H2O plus CO2 going to CaHCO3 Okay. So it picks up CO2, and that's the reason why it's able to do that. Preamble to all schools. Preamble. State the stimulus to which the following sensory structures in insects respond. Did you get the preamble? No response means yes. Nifa? Thigmoreceptors. Yes, Kumi?
Stimuli of touch.
Yes. Olfactory receptors. Philemon?
Smell.
Yes. Gustatory receptors. Yes, Christopher?
Stimuli of taste.
Yes. Next set, 30 seconds, and I have a preamble. Given the first 3 terms of a linear sequence, find the next 3 terms. I hope you got your preamble. Okay. Nifa, your first 3 terms are 5x plus 2, 7x, 9x minus 2. Priscilla.
Okay, madam, we have 11x minus 4, then 13x minus 6, and then 15x minus 8.
You are right. With the same preamble, your first 3 terms are 2x plus 5y, 5x plus 2y, 8x minus y. Philemon.
11x minus 4y, 14x minus 7y, and 17x minus 10y.
Again.
11x minus 4y, 14x minus 7y, and 17x minus 10y.
St. Thomas, your first 3 terms are square root of 2, square root of 8, square root of 18. Bright.
Madam, we have root 32, root 50, and root 72.
Yes. Next set, 30 seconds. Nifa, find the capacitance of a metal sphere of radius 0.20 meters. Yes, Priscilla.
Madam, we have 2.22 times 10 raised to the power negative 11 farad.
Yes. Say Hubert. The maximum speed with which a vehicle can make a turn without skidding in a curve of radius 15 meters is 2.0 meters per second. Find the maximum speed at which the vehicle can turn in a curve of radius 45 meters. Philemon.
6.8 meters per second.
That's incorrect. Which of you, Priscilla?
Madam, we have 3.4 meters per second.
The right answer is 3.5 meters per second. St. Thomas. Determine the pressure of a gas which does 50 kilojoules of work when it expands from a volume of 3 meter cubed to a volume of 8 meter cubed at constant pressure. Yes, Bright?
Thank you, Pascal.
You're right. Next set. 30 seconds with a preamble. Preamble to all schools. Molybdenum is a transition metal used in toughening steel. It occurs as a sulfide in its ore, molybdenite. When the ore is roasted in air, the oxide MoO3 is formed as follows: 2MoS2 plus 7O2 going to 2MoO3 plus 4SO2. Atomic mass for Mo is 96.0. That for sulfur is 32.0. And for oxygen is 16.0. I hope you got the preamble. Yes. All right. So, Nifa, calculate the percentage gain or loss in mass when molybdenum sulfide, MoS2, is converted into molybdenum oxide, MoO3. Yes, Priscilla.
52%.
That's incorrect. Yes, Philemon.
The percentage loss is 10%.
Yes. Your major question. If an ore contains only 4% molybdenum sulfide, calculate the mass of the oxide that can be obtained from 10 kilograms of the ore. Yes, Philemon?
35 grams.
That's incorrect. For a bonus. The right answer is 360 grams. St. Thomas, with the same preamble. Metallic molybdenum can be obtained from the oxide by reduction with carbon at high temperatures. Please give me a balanced equation for this step and calculate how much carbon is needed for 360 grams of MoO3. Atomic mass for carbon is 12.0. Christopher.
Okay, madam, the equation is MnO3 plus 3C going to form 3Cu plus Mo. And the mass of molybdenum that is obtained is 50 grams.
That's incorrect. For a bonus. Yes, Philemon.
The equation is 2Mo plus 3C going to form 2Mo plus 3CO2. And the mass of carbon needed is 30 grams.
No. The right answer, 2MoO3 plus 3C going to 2Mo plus 3CO2. That's the reaction. And it's 45 grams of carbon. Last set for the round, 10 seconds with a preamble. Preamble to all schools. Enzymes can be inhibited in numerous ways by different types of inhibitors. State how the following inhibitors function to affect the efficiency of enzymes. Did you get your preamble? Good. Nifa? Competitive inhibitors. Yes, Kumi.
Madam, these inhibitors, they therefore increase the activation energy of the reaction, or they compete with the reactants, or they compete with the...
I'm not accepting it for bonus. Yes, Bright.
Okay, madam, the competitive inhibitors will compete with the substrate for the binding site of the enzyme. So they occupy this site of the...
Same Hubert, with the same preamble. Allosteric inhibitor. Yes, Philemon.
The allosteric inhibitor would occupy the site to prevent the active site, to prevent the enzyme from acting there, and it would also try to act as a substrate for the enzyme to act.
Well, bonus. Yes, Bright.
The allosteric enzyme will bind to the active site of the enzyme and will alter the shape of the active site so that it cannot recognize the substrate.
No. The allosteric inhibitor will bind to regions far from the active site. Not interested in the active site. It will bind in a region that is far from the active site, but then it will change the shape of the active site so that the substrate can't bind there. You see? This is another case of the abro. All right. Last one. Your major with the same preamble. Non-competitive inhibitor. Yes, Bryce.
Madam, the non-competitive inhibitors do not actually fight for the binding site of the enzyme, but due to their concentration, they are high in number than the substrate to be binded. So they prevent this substrate to attach to the active site due to their high number of concentration.
No, for bonus. This kind of inhibitor will bind to the enzyme with or without the substrate at different places at the same time. What it does is it changes the shape of the enzyme as well as the active site, which prevents effective binding of the substrate. So whether the substrate is bound or not, it doesn't care, it just binds. Okay? That's the end of the first round.
When cleaning your vehicle by valeting, steaming, waxing, or polishing, make sure the engine is also sound. Servicing your vehicle with Gold synthetic oil and any quality Gold oil massages the engine, removes deposit, protects it from wear and tear for longer lasting performance, and makes your vehicle feel pampered. Made for diesel and super engines. Remember, after every 15,000 kilometers of enjoying your ride, service your engine with Gold synthetic oil.
Gold is a champion. That's why I, Azuma Nelson, 3 times world boxing champion and a patriot, always choose Gold.
Ashwini Pankasa. Gold, good energy.
At the end of the first round, Nifa Senior High School has 18 points. St. Hubert Minor Seminary Senior High School has 21 points. St. Thomas Aquinas Senior High School has 24 points. We have a long way to go, 4 more rounds. Round 2. This round is also known as the speed race. The questions in the round are directed to all 3 schools simultaneously. For an opportunity to answer a question, you need to ring for it. May I hear your bell, St. Thomas Aquinas? St. Hubert? Nifa? If you ring and answer correctly on the first attempt, 3 points. On the second attempt, 2 points. On the third attempt, 1 point. If you attempt to answer any question and you are unsuccessful, you lose a precious point. For questions which require calculations, you have a maximum of 30 seconds in which to present your answer. If there are no calculations, you have a maximum of 10 seconds. Best wishes to all 3 schools. For the first set of 3 questions, you have 30 seconds. First one. Find the power factor of a series RL circuit with R equals 7.0 ohm and L equals 24 millihenry. Yes, go ahead. Yes, Philemon.
The power factor is 0.15.
That's incorrect. I continue. At an angular frequency of 1,000 radians per second. The right answer is 0.28. Next one. What is the kinetic energy of a particle of mass 1.7 times 10 raised to the power negative 27 kilogram, moving at 0.8 C? Yes, Bright.
That's 3.6 times 10 to the power negative 11 joules.
That's incorrect. The right answer is 1.0 times 10 to the power negative 10 joule. Next one. A hydraulic press has a large piston of cross-sectional area 2.0 times 10 to the power negative 2 meters squared, and a small piston of cross-sectional area 4.0 times 10 to the power negative 4 meters squared. Find the force on the large piston when a force of 500 Newton. Yes, Philemon.
The force is 2.5 Newton.
That's incorrect. Who else rang? Priscilla.
It's 2.50 times 10 raised to the power 4 newtons.
Yes. All right. Next set, 10 seconds each. How does vasoconstriction affect blood flow? Yes, Philemon.
Vasoconstriction means that the blood vessels constrict or reduce in size, so therefore it increases the blood pressure. The blood flow is slow to that part of the body. It also increases the pressure of the blood, and also low amount of blood gets to the skin for heat to be removed out of it. So it means that reduces blood flow to the skin.
Yes. On and on and on and on. Eh? Next one. Name the 3 main bones which meet to form the knee joint. Yes, which of you? Right.
The femur, the tibia, and the fibula.
No. Who went next? Yes. Go ahead, Priscilla. No, Kumi, go ahead.
We have the tela, the tibia, and the femur.
Yes. Next set. 30 seconds. Simplify. The expression x to the power 4 minus 1 all over the expression x squared minus 1. Yes, Philemon.
X squared plus.
Yes. Next one. If sine of A is equal to 3 over 5 and A is obtuse, find cosine of A. Yes, Christopher.
Negative 4 over 5.
You're right. Next one. Find the area of the finite region enclosed by the lines. X is equal to 0, y is equal to 0, and x plus y is equal to 4. Philemon.
4 square units.
No. Christopher.
8 squared units.
Yes. And that's the end of the second round.
Everybody knows that Tigo adverts the B. Tigo likes to do things big. Instead of spending money on talking phones, celebrities, large crowds, the fresh boy or fine girls, they are using me. Us. Tigo is spending all that money on making your favorite social media apps free on Tigo Tribe. So free Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter, and Imo. And free Instagram and Snapchat. So those of you turning on your data, spying small and turning it off, while Tigo is saying, stop it! Join Tigo Tribe today and be a citizen, not a spectator.
Tigo, live it, love it.
At the end of the second round, St. Hubert Minor Seminary Senior High School has 21 points. Nifa Senior High School has 22 points. St. Thomas Aquinas Senior High School has 25 points. Yeah, contestants, we were working so hard, but we were not moving forward in the right direction. Round 3. This round has the problem of the day. The problem of the day is a single question to all 3 schools. From the time I ask you to begin, you will have 3 minutes in which you can present your answer. The problem of the day is worth 10 points. Let's turn over our sheets and read the problem of the day together. Problem of the day. A metal reacts with excess mineral acid according to the following equation. M solid plus 2H plus aqueous going to M2 plus aqueous plus H2 gas. Calculate the atomic mass of the metal if 2.0 grams of this metal reacts to give 900 centimeter cubed of hydrogen gas at 27 degrees Celsius and 100 kilopascal. Assume molar volume of a gas at STP is 22.4 decimeter cubed. Please give your answer to one place of decimal. Contestants, this is your problem of the day. You may begin. And present your answers on the boards. Contestants have presented their answers. Before I award the marks, let's look at the suggested solution from our consultants. So we have a problem in chemistry. We are told that a metal reacts with excess mineral acid, and we are given an equation, M plus 2H plus going to M2 plus H2. The contestants were asked to calculate the atomic mass of the metal if 2 grams of this metal reacts to give 900 centimeter cubed of hydrogen gas at 27 degrees Celsius and 100 kilopascal. They were also given the molar volume at STP to be 22.4 decimeter cubed, and they were asked to provide the answer to one place of decimal. All right, so now let's look at what we can find from the problem itself. First thing to do is to find the volume of the gas at STP. The volume of the gas at STP. So to do this, we've been given some information. So we can use Charles's law if we look at the information we have and what we need to find. Our first volume is 900 centimeter cubed at a temperature of 300 Kelvin. The second volume is what we need to find at a temperature of 273 Kelvin. If we use Charles's law, we'll get the second volume to be equal to the first volume multiplied by the second temperature over the first temperature. This gives 900 multiplied by 273 over 300. And this gives us 819 centimeter cubed. 3 points. Now that we have the volume, let's look at the situation. One atomic mass will release 22.4 decimeter cubed. Let's convert this 22.4 decimeter cubed to centimeter cubed so that we can work easily. This is 22,400 centimeter cubed of hydrogen at 273 Kelvin. For this conversion, 2 points. Now, since we have 819 centimeter cubed of hydrogen gas, this is equivalent to the 2 grams that we had in the problem. So by recognizing this, the 819 centimeter cubed is for 2 grams of metal, 3 points. Then we continue our calculation. So the 22,400 centimeter cubed of hydrogen is equal to 22,400 multiplied by 2 divided by 819, and that will give us the value we're looking for in grams. If we go through with this calculation, we will wind up with an atomic mass M of 54.7 grams, 2 more points, giving a total of 10 points. This was a suggested solution from our contestants. Nifa and St. Thomas Aquinas, you decided to go on a wild goose chase for number of moles. It didn't help at all. And so what you wind up with is not what is expected. I'm giving you 1 out of 10 each. St. Hubert, you recognize that you needed a volume, and you calculated correctly for the volume. That's worth 3 points. Then you were supposed to continue to realize that this is equivalent to the 2 grams in the problem, but you didn't do that. Then, so you also went on another wild goose chase, looking for number of moles also. And so the rest of it is not useful. That gives you 3. Since I gave these guys 1 each, I'm adding 1 to make it 4 out of 10 for you. That's the end of the problem of the day and the end of round 3. You may pick up your notepads. Before we begin the 4th round, I would like to acknowledge that the National Science and Math Quiz is sponsored by the Ghana Education Service through the Conference of Heads of Assisted Secondary Schools. We also have support from TIGO, GOL, Prudential Life Insurance, Accra College of Medicine, and GCB Bank. We are produced by Prime Time. Round 4. In this round, I'm going to be presenting you with statements. When you receive a statement, please consider it carefully and let me know whether it's true or false. If you are right, 2 points. If you are incorrect, you lose a precious point. You may choose not to respond, in which case that statement becomes available to the 2 other schools. A school may ring and attempt an answer. If right, 2 full points. If it's not right, it fetches that penalty point. Best wishes to all 3 schools. I'm starting with you, St. Hubert, your statement. ATP is used only in animal cells and not in plant cells. Philemon. Yes. St. Thomas. ATP is needed for chemical, mechanical, and transport processes in organisms. Yes, Christopher?
True.
Yes. ATP carries energy between degradative pathways and synthetic pathways. Yes, Priscilla?
It's true.
Yes. For the next set, I have a short preamble to all schools. In a rhombus, that's a preamble. St. Hubert, the diagonals are perpendicular and bisect each other. Philemon? Yes. There are two axes of symmetry and the diagonals are congruent. Yes, Christopher?
Now false.
Yes. Opposite angles are congruent and the adjacent angles are supplementary. Yes, Priscilla?
It's true.
Yes. The first ionization energy of oxygen is higher than that of nitrogen. Philemon? You're right. The first ionization energy of the elements in group 5 or 15 increases down the group. Christopher?
That is true.
No, that's a false statement. The first ionization energy of aluminium is lower than that of magnesium. Priscilla?
It's false.
No. Preamble to all schools. A tuning fork and a guitar string are sounded together. That's the preamble. St. Hubert, if the tuning fork and the string produce sound of the same frequency, no beats are heard. Philemon? Yes. If the beat frequency increases as the tension in the string is increased, the fork produces sound of lower frequency than the sound originally produced by the string. Christopher?
Now false.
No. If the beat frequency decreases as the tension in the string is decreased, the fork produces sound of lower frequency than the sound originally produced by the string. Yes, Priscilla?
It's true.
You're right. If the concentration of solutes in the blood rises above a certain level, less water is reabsorbed in the kidney tubules. Yes, Philemon? You're right. If the concentration of solutes in the blood rises above a certain level, more salt is reabsorbed in the kidney tubules. Christopher?
Now it's false.
Yes. If the concentration of solutes in the blood rises above a certain level, less glucose is reabsorbed in the kidney tubules. Priscilla?
It's false.
You're right. The compound statement P and Q is true if either P or Q is true. Philemon? True. No. The implication, if P then Q, is true if both P and Q are false. Yes, Christopher?
And I'm true.
Yes. Nifa, the compound statement, P or not P, is always true. Priscilla?
It's true.
Yes. The carbon-carbon double bond is shorter than the carbon-carbon single bond. Yes, Philemon? Yes. The carbon-nitrogen double bond is a polar bond. Yes, Christopher?
That is true.
Yes. The hybridization of nitrogen in methylamine is sp2. Yes, Priscilla?
It's false.
Yes. Last set of statements. In the Schrödinger model of the hydrogen atom, the ground state electron orbits the proton in a circular orbit of radius equal to the Bohr radius. Yes, Philemon? No. In the Schrödinger model of the hydrogen atom, The ground state electron has non-zero probability for being found in regions inside the proton. Christopher?
It's false.
No. Last statement. In the Schrödinger model of the hydrogen atom, the most probable radial distance of the ground state electron from the proton is the Bohr radius. Priscilla?
It's true.
Yes. That's the end of the fourth round. At the end of the fourth round, St. Thomas Aquinas Senior High School has 33 points. St. Hubert Minor Seminary Senior High School has 35 points. Nifa Senior High School has 36 points. This contest will be decided in the fifth and final round, round 5. In this round, I'm going to be reading out clues. Your objective is to solve the riddle. If you solve the riddle on the first clue, 5 points. On the second clue, 4 points. On the third or any clue thereafter, 3 points. For an opportunity to solve a riddle, you must ring for it. May I hear your bell, St. Thomas? St. Hubert? Nifa? When you ring, your answer must be ready. There are 4 riddles. I am a property of a material. I have the same dimension and SI unit as pressure. Yes, which of you?
Say it.
Kumi?
Madam, tensile stress.
I'm not accepting it. Who else rang? Yes, Christopher?
I'm Young's modulus.
No. I continue. I am the stress at the peak of a stress-strain curve. For ductile materials, I occur before fracture. I am ultimate. So who am I? Yes. Philemon? Yes. No. Anyone? Nobody. The right answer is ultimate tensile strength. Next one. I guess I was born in the country of pyramids. I am manufactured on industrial scale in all the industrialized world. Yes, Priscilla?
NH3.
You are right. They solved the riddle on the second clue, 4 points. I may be a conductor by which electromagnetic waves are sent out or received. In biology, I am sometimes... Yes, right.
Antenna.
You are right. They solved the riddle on the second clue, 4 points. Last one. Part of me is a tractor. Yes, Christopher.
Protractor.
You're right. They solved the riddle on the first clue, 5 points. That's the end of the 5th round.
Accra College of Medicine is Ghana's premier private medical school with affiliations to the University of Ghana and mentored by the School of Medicine and Dentistry, Kolebu. Accra College of Medicine has ultra-modern facilities with experienced faculty and small class sizes which guarantee that our students get personalized and individual attention. ACM is not only about medicine. We also ensure that our students are perfectly groomed into passionate and great leaders to better serve their communities. Enroll now. Accra College of Medicine, producing the next generation of health professionals.
At the end of the contest, here are the final scores. St. Hubert Minor Seminary Senior High School has 35 points. Nifa Senior High School has 40 points. St. Thomas Aquinas Senior High School has 42 points. St. Hubert Minor Seminary Senior High School, thank you for being here and for giving us such a great contest. Best wishes to you. Nifa Senior High School. Oh, Priscilla, you did really well, Nifa. Unfortunately, today was a bit difficult. It was actually too difficult. Console yourselves, please. Best wishes to you. St. Thomas Aquinas Senior High School. Congratulations on winning the contest. Prepare, and I look forward to seeing you in the semi-finals. Well done. Viewers, thank you for joining us for this really exciting contest. We have one more quarter-final contest to go, and that features Jache Pramsu Senior High School, Presbyterian Boys Senior High School, Legon, and Keta Senior High Technical School. Make plans to join us for that contest. Before we leave, I would like to acknowledge that the National Science and Math Quiz is supported by the Ghana Education Service through the Conference of Heads of Assisted Secondary Schools. We are also supported by TIGO, GOIL, Prudential Life Insurance, Accra College of Medicine, and GCB Bank. We are produced by Prime Time. Thank you again for joining us for this contest, and see you next time. Bye.